A question in the comments on my channel earlier brought me back to the roots, and I found it kind of refreshing not to do something political. So, I'm going to do a video on how electrics power a gas motor. This tractor has a generator. It could have an alternator. In motorcycling world, we call them rotor stators. Spinning magnets with copper windings produce electricity. AC, alternating current. For the motor vehicle, be it a car, a tractor, it has to then be converted into DC power. This is done through what's called rectifying. In this tractor, it's this primitive old box. It turns it into pure DC power. Now, we need 12 volt power. Well, this old tractor's 6 volt, but let's not get into that. We need pure 12 volt power to spin the starter motor and start it. All of our modern vehicles run on 12 volt, of course, not 6 volt. We won't get into that. Our lighting system, had the tractor had it, and they did, would run on pure 12 volt power. Now, when it goes to the ignition system, it has to be slightly reduced with a, somewhere down in there, there it is. Yeah, where's my finger? Whatever, that little coily thing. Ballast reducer to reduce the power to the coil, which then we'll come back to it in a moment, goes to the, in these old primitive systems, points and condensers and some bob weights and springs which spin around and time the ignition, advance and retard. We've heard about this. Our modern vehicles have a CDI, controlled discharge ignition, which is a black box. It's a little mapped program that times the ignition as opposed to the springs and bob weights on these old tractors. Here comes our supply and demand problems with, we're dependent upon China and Taiwan to make the microchips. What do they call them? Whatever. The microchips that control all of the ignition in this business. Oh, that foreign dependency is a bad thing. So, we come back to the points and condenser can be replaced on this tractor with a little black box, a microchip with a pre-programmed map, which is a good thing because it eliminates physical points, condensers, the bob weights, the springs, the things that rust and carry on down in there in the coil distributor system. But that's how they work. I can literally rip the wiring out of this tractor. I can take a generator source, be it generator, alternator, rotor stator, whatever you call it. Take my take my AC DC current, turn it into DC current. It's on a 12 volt system. That's where the rectifier comes in, turning the AC into DC power, and then the regulator distributes it. Again, in this tractor, it's only going to distribute it to the ignition system, the starter, and the lighting system. Now, we get into our cars with our microchips, ICUs. ICUs, what am I looking for? What's that an acronym for? What is it an acronym for? Mission controlled units, ECUs, sorry, electronic control units. All throughout this car, even this simple little antiquated 2000 car, oh, that 12 volts gets turned into microvolts all over the place. Anti-lock, brakes, lights, turn signals, your air conditioning. Oh, it just keeps getting worse and worse. All of your dashboard lights, oh, blah, 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 the list goes on and on and on. Wipers, heaters, oh, integrated circuit, heated mirrors, mirrors that move. Oh, seats that are powered electronically, heated seats, oh, blah, blah, blah. We need all these ECUs from Japan and Taiwan. And apparently, we've become dependent upon outsourcing all of those ECUs from other countries. Sound like good thinking to you? I can't keep that car running if I can't get one of those little black boxes. But this thing, I can print near hand whittle everything I need. If I had to make my own little ballast resistor, I could wind the coils on it. Yeah.